Morning peeps, just here at the old hotel. I'm trying to figure out a few things. I think the first thing I figured out is that I'm going to check out of this place tonight and go back to the van. Because I got like maybe 2 hours sleep if that. Purely because the bed is so uncomfortable. It's just quite firm. It's got quite a thin sort of foam mattress topper. And I can feel the springs and stuff through it. I'm just lying here for a bit. I tried to get up and I was going to vomit, so lie down until that subsides. And then with work as well, the 2 sites I need to get to, I'm pretty confident have no on-site parking, so that's not going to work out, which is a shame, because up until the van was messed with, the plan was to leave the van there for the 3 days a week I was working on site and use the company car. But obviously with that spot now being burned, and I'm not going back there to stay overnight or anything. Yeah, I can, but I will not leave the van there or in Newcastle city centre all day unattended. Like I said, the other site's not too great either. I might be able to park on the street, but it's Glasgow city centre, so still city centres. But I don't want to waffle on too long, just let you know what my thoughts are. Because the next clip might be, oh well, man doesn't have a job anymore. And that's my doing. I'd probably have to have a chat with them and just be like, look, is there any sort of on-site parking? If not, it's just not for me. Which is frustrating because obviously I did ask that question. Where's the sites, and was told city centres. So I knew parking was going to be a mare, but I was just not necessarily happy, but willing to leave the van while I was going on site in the city centres. Whereas now, after 2 days, I'm not willing to do that. It's a timing thing, really. I was happy enough to do the job literally up until 2 days before the job started. And then the day before the job started is when the van was messed with. So, it was a last minute decision to drive down here. I was supposed to be getting the train and everything, but it's a difficult one because if I didn't need money, I wouldn't even bother. I would already have not started this job or said to them, look, this just isn't happening. Do you have a fully remote role? Which is what I'm probably going to ask to do, which I don't think they do. They like to be in the office and things like that. The only reason this job is remote is because of the site requirements. You can't expect someone to work in an office in Swansea for a couple of days a week and then drive to Newcastle for 1 day and then drive to Glasgow for the next day and then drive back to Swansea. No, that's your entire week just driving to site for something and then back home. And you might get some time on the weekend. So that's the only reason it's remote. It's a business reason, not. Yeah. But I'm going to stop waffling. I just wanted to give you a bit of an update from the hotel. Oh god, I'm so tired. I've only had like a couple hours sleep. I'll see if I can get up again without vomiting. I have to pack up all my shit now. See, it's probably when I'm back in the van. Oh, hello there. Sorry, the sun has just came out. 2 secs. Hello, Miggly with the sunny's on this time. I'm just sitting here in the industrial estate where my old job used to be. The job I held for 2 days. Now it ended up being that there was no way to do on-site parking at one of the sites, being in Newcastle city centre, and I know Newcastle city centre quite well. And I'm not going to leave my van unattended for an entire day, once a week regularly in Newcastle city centre. We'll say that for now. And yeah, I know the location of where this company is at, and there is no on-site parking there. So yeah, had a chat with the manager there and the director, and unfortunately they need someone on site. That's all I've got the budget for at the moment, which is, it's alright. It's what I was expecting, to be honest. I think the crack was, oh god, sorry, I know people don't like sunglasses, but here we are, look, you can get the full, you see all the spots on my forehead, and that's because I've got my sunnies on, I can face the sun. But I just don't have the budget for, 2 people. One to be remote, one to go on site every now and again, so here I is, unemployed again. I have a few interviews next week, we'll see what happens. Fully remote jobs, so more and more difficult, unfortunately, as companies decide that it's too much effort, that it's too much work to do fully remote workers. They want someone in the office, at least a little bit. I'll keep you as updated, you know. But for now, look at the state of this van. Look at all the chips. Big chippos. It stinks of piss around here as well, by the way. Just if you're not from the UK and you don't know what places like this smell like, it's piss. Oh, welcome back. I'm still in the little industrial estate, and I thought I'd change your bedding. Don't worry, I'm not going to take you with us this time. There's going to be no 20-minute excursion for me changing my bedding, but I will show you how I set it up once it is changed, because I'm coming into summer now, so it's going to be the summer setup. You need a summer setup with a 14.5 dog quilt. It's a lovely little day, like. Nice and warm, the sun's been out. It's been nice. I've just tidied some stuff up the back, so I've got some more room up the front. I think I'll spend the next couple of days just exploring a bit of Wales, you know? Because the last time I was here, I had to work, and there were some lovely places I explored, but I had to do it within, you know, a lunch hour because I needed the internet, and there was no internet out there. So yeah, now that I don't need the internet, because man's got no job, I'll explore a bit of Wales. I was just taking the sheet off the back, and look at this. Little bit of damage on what the bed frame's resting on, which is unfortunate. Let me break our way back out of here. The door's closing on us in the wind. Oh. You can see that it's a bit bowed, that bed, isn't it? Just a wee bit. Used to have a foot on it, or a leg. Used to bolt onto the middle one there. Screw on, sorry, as you can see by the screws. But with it being there, it just got snapped by this thing when it moved back and forward. So yeah, this is why I can't put any weight on this half of the bed, by the way. Because if I do, it used to be there, now it's here, and if I put serious weight on that, like me, it will go down. As well, I may as well show you while I'm here. Look at the feet of the beds. I cut up the frame, so that's obviously one of the corners, but it means that the bed itself on all 4 legs is quite literally just sitting on corners. And it's the same at the top, they're just screwed in there. As you'll be able to see on this one, but you can see it's still a bend, it's still a corner. So yeah, the bed is sketchy AF. I actually cannot believe it's lasted this long. Oh, and these are just screwed in by, I think it's 5 screws on either side, the 2 halves of the bed. And then yeah, it rests on here, it rests on the corner, and this corner's giving up. Yeah, so this is what's broke, but the ground on here is quite ridiculous. Let me show you the ground. I'll take this tape off. So that's the ground right there. So yeah, that's the ground. I quite literally I just taped it to the metal, and you can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's a bit mouldy and stuff in there. There's a lot of condensation happened, and it's just taped across the top. Well, yeah, so this is either completely cooked because of this dodgy ground here. There's the ground, and you can see the corrosion on the ground, and you can see that it's taped to painted metal, not even bare metal. So yeah, I'm actually surprised it worked for as long as it did. Look how corroded that is, man. I think there was like a bit of rusty metal. Yeah, there's a bit of rusty metal there. So I saw that bit of rusty metal and I was like, oh yeah, bare metal, let's go. It worked for quite some time actually, believe it or not. Quite some time. Oh, that's the bed made. So honestly, the only difference is I don't put the quilt in the quilt cover, so I can separate the 2 layers, because it'll be nice warm nights. Nice warm summery colours, look at them. Triangles, stripes, what more could you want?